That's a clear pen, Rory. Clear pen. Welcome back to Fog Football. John Hartson speaks, and the opposite happens, and that's exactly what happened last night at the Rome Coliseum, my friend. The Romans, down in the capital Italy. He said Lazio are there for the taking. Lazio went up and pumped them with 2 goals for Ciro Immobile. Celtic got a late penalty. He said, Rory, that's a clear and obvious penalty. The referee has made the correct and clear decision. They went to VAR. He went to the monitor and went, no. And John Hartson was greeting. He was absolutely greeting about it. You could hear him on commentary literally every time the guy opens his mouth, man. It's thing. And you know what? I thought on when you seen it first time, maybe a chance apparently, but the more I look at it, it's a fucking horrendous dive, Theo. And you know what, right? So much was made of Connor Goldson diving, so to speak. Why is nothing getting said there about Why? Like, where's the same, thing being said? It's barely getting said, and it's probably because Rangers pundits just aren't as obsessed as Celtic pundits, and it's really that simple, man. Connor Goldson, 5 minutes after the game's ended, Chris Sutton accused him of diving. Nah, it's a penalty, but, Goldson dived, and you've got Joe Lewis there. May as well be a Celtic man. He's sitting there saying that Goldson dived. But John Hartson here tonight, he got a decision wrong. You clearly seen that it was a dive feel. I mean, it is like the most shite-baggiest pushes of all time. It's not even a push, man. It's a touch. And he goes flying through the air, dun, 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 flying through the air, and just not an awful lot happening for John. He thought he might have got that one right. And but again, there's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill with this, because at the end of the day, it just does not matter. It just does not matter in this game. And obviously there's a lot of talk now about there's a glaring lack of quality holding back Brendan Rodgers' side. I mean, it could be. Could it be? I think, though, that argument's a load of shit. Could it just be that when it comes to Europe, Celtic are bottle jobs? I mean, it could just be that. It could be. It seriously could be that. I mean, Celtic have been awful in Europe for so long now. And they'll always believe that they've always had better teams than Rangers. So if you've had better teams than the Rangers team that got the Europa League final, then what's your excuse for not doing anything in Europe? Big Stevie Cool needs to know. For me, there's no excuse. They should be at least doing something, and they're not doing anything. And I don't think it is a lack of quality. Well, I mean, right, I say I don't think it is a lack of quality. Obviously, the old firm could do with having more quality players. But, Rangers have proved before that they can win. Because let's not kid ourselves, right? If Celtic were in the Europa League, would they be winning games like Rangers are? I mean, you can't sit here and confidently say that. They got knocked at the Conference League. In the Europa League, they were getting, whands the first season. They weren't exactly doing fantastic. Now, they did pick up a few decent wins, I'm not denying that, but they're just not as good in Europe as Rangers. It's the reality. The numbers do not lie. Just the way Rangers aren't as good domestically. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, guys. But at the end of the day, John Hartson is wrong. It wasn't a clear penalty, and there'll be more meltdown soon to follow.